Hi guys, I hope you're all doing well today. I am trying the first time to go live both on Instagram and on Facebook. So I'm just getting a minute to make sure everything's signed in and going. But today I wanted to pop on because I got a great comment from someone over on our website on Artist Strong, and it's talking about struggling to finish your art. So I'm going to just give you a minute so that people can jump on and join me live if they want to. And then we're going to talk about people feeling like something's wrong, that they can't finish their art, and what that means for your work and what that means for you as a creative. So I'll just give people another minute or two or a few seconds, and we'll see where it goes. Thought I'd pop on real quick while Daddy's putting little one to bed so that we could have this conversation, which I think is a really valuable one to engage in. So if you're on, say hello. It looks like someone's popping on live. But the question is do you struggle to finish your art? I know that I have probably 10 artworks or more sitting around in various stages of completion, and I know I'm not alone in this. And so Annie posted on the website, our website, artiststrong.com. She said, "Hi, I have like 10, I know 10, she said in parentheses, unfinished paintings, and they really stress me out. With school, dance, and lots of other priorities, I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to finish them, and worse, I get new ideas all the time. I'm not that good of an artist, so I don't want to go really fast and mess them all up, but I can get impatient while doing them. Any tips? By the way, I love your blog post. Have a great day, from an overwhelmed artist." I really wanted to bring this up because I think this is such an important conversation for us to be having. And it's not because of the reason that brings you here, because I know when I say, "Do you struggle to finish your art?" that most artists reply with, "Yes, yes, I do." I think the larger concern we have here is that we are part of an achievement driven culture that tells us that everything needs to be finished, everything needs to be something that's pretty and perfect and something to sell and promote. But if you look at artists across all of history, I'd like to know if you know of an artist who finished every artwork they created. I'm going to say that one more time. I don't know of a single artist in history who's ever finished all of the art that they make. And yet, this is a constant expectation that we can hold of ourselves and of others. I don't know if you can hear squeaking in the background, but it's my dog playing with a toy, so sorry about that. So funny to hear. But I think this is a real problem. I don't think that we give ourselves permission to have unfinished works. And I think some artwork is not meant to be finished. I think some artwork is actually something that we're just supposed to mean to learn from and let go. And it's really important to give ourselves an opportunity to look at our work and consider which pieces are really meant to be finished, and to trust our inner judgment and guidance, because we can get lots of ideas, which is a great problem to have. So then trusting which ones really stick with us and which ones are worth our time and investigation, well, that's the work. That's figuring out what we want to do and say as a creative. And maybe some of the ideas that you have are meant for others. Maybe you got to prioritize which ones really feel, the most exciting to you in the moment. And if that means letting go of some other paintings, so be it. I'm working on a piece right now that I haven't touched probably in 3 years, because I was working on it just kind of around my art exhibition time, but I knew I couldn't finish it in time, so I let it alone. I have two paintings under me right here that I've never finished. They're portraits that inspired the whole series of Anonymous Woman, and I don't know if I'll get to them, but I have them just in case. I really want us to think about, when we say we struggle to finish our art, is this part of this perfectionist culture telling us that we have to finish everything that we do? Or do you think you're avoiding finishing work because you're scared of whether it's going to be good enough? Or, we can often be judgmental of our own ability. That's a place that I come from. And we can wonder if we're good enough and will achieve the results that we're looking for in our art. So I really want us all to be thinking about that and honoring that in ourselves. Thank you, Banner. I want us to really consider that part of this question, which isn't exactly what Annie asked, but I think is really, really important. The other thing I want to say is it's great to have lots of good ideas. Don't ever feel like that's a bad thing to have happen. It's all about saving them, writing them down, finding a place to keep them so that when you do feel stuck on the random days that you do, you have a resource that you can return to and go to and give it a shot. So I hope this gives you some food for thought about what it really means to have unfinished work. And if you do actually feel like you have a penchant for avoiding finishing projects that you really want to finish, then I think it's really wise to look at some accountability options, such as talking to a friend who can check in with you every week. And if you really want to push yourself, well, write a check to a charity you hate, give it to someone you trust, and tell them if that you don't finish an artwork by a certain date that they mail that check. I mean, if you really want to hold yourself to the fire, make it hard and make it meaningful. But in the long run, I think a lot of people who ask this question aren't asking because they have an issue with finishing work. It's because of the cultural expectation placed upon us that we have to finish the work that we make. So I hope that gives you some food for thought today. I thought this was a really important conversation to be having. And yeah, I look forward to continuing this conversation with you. What do you think for yourself? Do you feel like you struggle to finish your art because you're avoiding finishing it, because you're scared of the results you can achieve? Do you think you're avoiding it because you just don't want to do it? Or maybe you're an artist who has lots of work going and you produce and you have lots of ideas and you're exploring all of them. And that is totally normal and totally fine. So, some food for thought before the weekend begins. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. And I hope you'll comment below and share some insights or ahas that you're having from this conversation. Have a wonderful rest of your day, guys.